We are at video number 0023. And the topic is, which is the better way? When an ignorant person looks at a string of pearls, they notice only the pearls, their size, color, and shape, but they fail to see the thread that holds them all together. In the same way, when a seeker begins the journey of discovering the Supreme Spirit, they may see only the many forms and differences in the world, people, animals, stars, and nature, without recognizing the invisible presence that connects and sustains everything. Through sincere spiritual search, one gradually realizes that the divine spirit exists everywhere and in everything, just as the thread runs through every pearl in the necklace. The key message of this sentence is, through genuine spiritual seeking, one comes to understand that the divine spirit is present in all things. Just as a single thread connects all the pearls in a necklace. In short, the divine is omnipresent, and sincere spiritual effort reveals this unity. However, to truly understand this truth through mere intellectual knowledge is very difficult. A pure mind is necessary for steady wisdom, and purifying the mind requires consistent practice of virtues, truthfulness, honesty, selflessness, and compassion. The Bhagavad Gītā teaches four main paths to purify the mind and realize the divine. Number one, the way of unselfish work, which is Karma Yoga. Number two, the way of knowledge, which is Jnana Yoga. Number three, the way of meditation, which is Raj Yoga or Dhyan Yoga. Number four, the way of devotion, Bhakti Yoga. Though these paths appear different, they all lead to the same spiritual summit, the realization that the one supreme spirit dwells in all beings and binds the universe together in eternal unity. The student is asking another question. I have read that there are many ways to reach the divine through knowledge, devotion, meditation, or work. But I am confused. Which is the best way? Which one should I follow? The Guru replies, this question has stirred the hearts of seekers for centuries. But let us begin with a simple image. Imagine a necklace made of pearls. What do you see? The student replies, I see pearls, some large, some small, each shining in its own way. The Guru replies, exactly. But do you see what holds the pearls together? The student replies, the thread inside the necklace. The Guru replies, yes, the thread is invisible, yet without it there would be no necklace, only scattered pearls. In the same way, most people see the outer differences in life, men and women, rich and poor, joy and sorrow. But they do not see the one divine spirit that binds all together. That unseen thread is the supreme spirit, or what the Bhagavad Gītā calls Brahman, the eternal self that dwells in all. A student is asking another question. So, the divine is everywhere, even in things that seem impure or painful. The Guru replies, indeed, the divine is present in everything, in the light and the darkness, in the saint and the sinner, in creation and in destruction. But to perceive this truth, your mind must become pure, like a calm lake reflecting the moon. If the lake is muddy or full of ripples, the moon's reflection is distorted. Likewise, when your mind is restless, selfish, or clouded by desire, you cannot see the divine clearly, even though it is always there. A student is asking another question. Then, how do I purify my mind? How can I see that truth? The Guru replies. The Bhagavad Gītā teaches four great paths for this purification. They are like four roads leading to the same mountain peak. You may choose the one that suits your nature, but all lead to the same summit, realization of the one spirit. Let me explain each one now. Number one, the way of unselfish work, Karma Yoga. When you work without selfish motives, without craving for the results, your heart slowly becomes pure. Do your duty sincerely, but do not cling to what comes from it, success or failure, praise or blame. Offer every action to the divine. When your work becomes an offering, the ego loses its grip and the heart opens to peace. This is the path of the active person, the one who lives in the world, works hard, but remains inwardly free. A student is asking another question. So, even ordinary work, cooking, teaching, farming, can be spiritual if done selflessly? The student is asking another question. So, even ordinary work, cooking, teaching, farming, can be spiritual if done selflessly. The Guru replies, yes, when done with a pure heart, every task becomes sacred. The Bhagavad Gītā says, by working without attachment, man attains the supreme. The secret is not to escape work, but to transform work into worship. Number two, the way of knowledge, Gyan Yoga. This is the path of inquiry and wisdom. The seeker asks, who am I? Through deep reflection, one realizes I am not this body, nor the mind, nor the senses. I am the eternal self, the witness of all. But remember, knowledge alone cannot blossom in an impure heart. Only when the mind is quiet and pure can wisdom shine forth like the sun breaking through clouds. A student is asking another question. So, I must study and meditate on this truth constantly. The Guru replies, yes, but study is only the beginning. True knowledge comes not from reading, but from direct experience. When you feel in every heartbeat that you are one with all life. Number three, the way of meditation, dhyan or Raj Yoga. This path is for those who seek silence and inner control. By steady meditation, the mind becomes still. When thoughts subside, you discover a vast awareness beyond them, pure, peaceful, radiant. That is true self, beyond joy and sorrow. Meditation is like polishing a mirror. The more you practice, the clearer the reflection of the divine becomes within. A student is asking another question. But my mind keeps wandering whenever I try to meditate. The Guru replies, that is natural. The restless mind is like a monkey, jumping from branch to branch. Be patient. Practice daily. Each time you bring the mind back, it grows a little stronger, a little purer. Over time, you will feel the quiet joy of inner stillness. Point number four, the way of devotion, bhakti yoga. This is the path of love, the sweetest of all. When your heart overflows with love for the divine, all ego melts away. You no longer feel I and you feel only oneness. Through prayer, chanting, and surrender, the devotee's heart becomes pure, and the divine reveals itself as love itself. A student is asking another question. But are these paths separate? Must I choose only one? The Guru replies, no, they are not separate. They are like four rivers flowing into one ocean. Work purifies the heart. Knowledge gives clarity. Meditation gives peace. Devotion gives sweetness. Together, they lead to the realization that all life is one and the divine is everywhere. The student is asking another question. So, the question, which is the better way, has no single answer. The Guru replies, exactly. The best way is the one that suits your nature. But the goal is the same for all, to awaken to the eternal presence that holds this universe together, as the thread holds the pearls. When you see that one spirit shining in every being when you serve, love, and live with awareness of that unity. Then you have reached the summit. A student is asking another question. What happens then? The Guru replies, then you live in freedom. You work, yet you are not bound by work. You love, yet you are not attached. You see the one in all in the one. That is the vision of the Bhagavad Gītā, the eternal song of the divine within the human heart. The message of the Gita simplified. The divine spirit is present everywhere, in everything. To perceive this truth, purify your mind through truth, love, and selfless action. Follow whichever path suits you, work, knowledge, meditation, or devotion, with sincerity and perseverance. All paths lead to the same realization, the unity of all existence. When you see that unity, you find peace, freedom, and unshakable joy. Hari Om.